Welcome to our new video. Today, we will tell you about one of the most amazing and little-known facts from the history of the United States of America. We'll take a journey through time and space to uncover a story that begins with an ordinary postal message and evolves into a true marvel of engineering. You'll learn how the post office played a key role in creating one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in U.S. history. The railroad that connected the east and west of the country. This story is full of adventure, challenges, and unexpected twists and turns. So sit back and get ready to learn something amazing. Part 1. The beginning of a great railway. The history of our railroad begins in the mid-19th century. At this time, the United States was actively expanding westward. The New World beckoned people with promises of wealth and a better life. But traveling westward was incredibly difficult and dangerous. The only quick and relatively safe way to travel was by mail routes, which provided communication between distant settlements. Mail played a vital role in those days. Not only did it deliver letters and news, but it was also a link between families and friends who could be thousands of kilometers apart. But the main challenge remained the delivery of mail over long distances. The need to speed up and simplify the process became a major concern for many businessmen and statesmen. One such person was Theodore Judah. He was an engineer and a visionary who believed that the railroad could change the world. Judah was convinced that the railroad would not only speed up mail delivery, but would also help develop the nation's economy by connecting the eastern and western states. Part 2. Theodore Judah and his dream. Theodore Judah was a man of incredible energy and perseverance. He began working on a railroad project in the 1850s. His idea was to build a railroad across the country, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. Judah realized that he needed support and funding to realize this ambitious plan. In 1860, Judah traveled to Washington, D.C. to secure government support. He presented his project to Congress, but faced many skeptics. Many believed that building a railroad through the mountains and deserts was simply impossible. But Judah did not give up. He continued to seek supporters and funding for his project. Judah soon met a group of businessmen from California who also believed in the potential of the railroad. They joined forces and founded the Central Pacific Railroad Company. Their goal was simple: to build a railroad from Sacramento to the eastern border of the country. Part 3. Obstacles. In the way. Building the railroad was an incredibly difficult task. Engineers and workers faced many challenges. One of the biggest challenges was the Sierra Nevada mountains. These high and impregnable mountains presented a huge obstacle in the path of the railroad. But Judah and his team did not give up. They began tunneling and building bridges over mountain rivers and gorges. The work was dangerous and hard. Workers labored in harsh conditions, facing cold, hunger, and disease. Many were immigrants who came to the United States in search of a better life. They were willing to work for little pay, but their contributions to the construction of the railroad were invaluable. In addition to natural obstacles, Judah and his crew faced financial difficulties. Building the railroad required a huge investment, and often funds were simply not available. But despite these challenges, the work continued. Judah believed in his dream and inspired his colleagues to achieve new feats. Part 4. Completion of the project. After years of hard work and dedication, the railroad was finally completed. In 1869, a historic ceremony took place at Promontory Station in Utah. Two trains, one coming from the east and the other from the west, met and symbolically connected the two coasts of the country. This event was a milestone in the history of the United States. The railroad not only sped up mail delivery, but also made the movement of people and goods much easier. The country united, and the economy began to grow rapidly. The new transportation route opened up tremendous opportunities for trade and migration. But the most important achievement was that the railroad became a symbol of progress and unity for the nation. People began to believe that any difficulties could be overcome if they worked together and believed in their dreams. Part 5. The Legacy of the Railroad. After construction was completed, the railroad continued to grow and improve. It played a key role in the development of many cities and regions. New settlements began to spring up around the railroad stations, and existing towns began to grow and prosper rapidly. The post office continued to play an important role in the life of the country. The railroad allowed for faster delivery of letters and parcels, which helped strengthen ties between people. The railroad made mail more accessible and reliable. Today, the legacy of this great railroad continues to live on. Many of the old railroad routes have become historic landmarks and tourist attractions. People come here to learn about the past and experience the spirit of the times, when the railroad was a symbol of hope and progress. Conclusion. The story of the railroad, which began with one man's dream, turned into a true epic of human resilience and faith in the future. This railroad not only changed the fate of the United States, but also showed that any hardship can be overcome if you believe in your dreams and work together. We hope you enjoyed our journey through the pages of history, and that this amazing story will inspire you to your own feats and accomplishments. Thank you for being with us, and see you again